What if the person you trusted the most was the one destroying your life? Slowly, silently, carefully, Alina had no idea that the biggest betrayal of her life was not written in fate. It was crafted by the hands of someone who claimed to love her. This is a story of love, lies, sacrifice, and a truth so powerful that it could ruin or redeem everything. When she finally discovers the truth, her world won't just break, it will explode. Alina had always believed that love was supposed to feel warm, like sunlight spreading quietly through her chest. But sometimes even sunlight can burn, and she learned that the hard way. She grew up in a small coastal town called Silverside, famous for its calm beaches and quiet streets. Her life seemed simple. She worked as a part-time photographer, capturing small moments, children chasing waves, old couples strolling the shore, street vendors smiling as they handed out warm coconut pastries. Her camera was her escape, her language, her shield. Everything changed the day she met Rayan Hale. He was the kind of man who walked into a room and changed the temperature. Without even trying, calm eyes, subtle charm, and an intensity that felt like a secret he carried inside him. Alina first saw him at the annual Silverside Art Fest, standing alone in front of her photograph of a cracked seashell. Most people simply glanced, but he stared as if he saw a hidden world inside. "This isn't a broken shell," he said softly without turning around. "It looks like survival." Alina blinked. No one had ever described her work like that. "It's amazing," he added, finally turning toward her, "how something can look fragile and still endure everything." Their conversation lasted only a few minutes, but something in her shifted. Something warm. Something dangerous. Within weeks, Rayan slipped into her life like a quiet melody. Gentle, patient, but unforgettable. They spent hours on the beach, talking about dreams and fears, about places they wanted to see and memories that kept them awake at night. For the first time, Alina felt seen, but shadows were already forming. At first, it was small things. A friend of hers, Hina, stopped calling. Another friend, Jensen, avoided her. When she asked them what happened, they simply said, "Nothing. Just busy." But Alina felt the distance like sharp glass. Every time she mentioned it to Rayan, he brushed her worries aside. "You don't need them," he'd say softly. "People drift apart. I'm here for you." Alina wanted to believe him. But the truth was not drifting. It was being pushed. One evening, she visited Hina unexpectedly. Hina looked shocked, scared even. "Lena, did Rayan not tell you?" Hina asked. "Tell me what? That he asked us to stay away from you?" Alina froze. "What? Why would he do that?" Hina hesitated. "He said we were a bad influence on you. That you were trying to focus on your photography career and we were distractions." Alina felt the floor slip under her feet. Her heart raced. Her throat tightened. "That's not true," she whispered. "He never said anything." Hina placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "Just be careful, Lena. Sometimes people protect you by isolating you." "And that's not protection, it's control." Alina walked home that night with a storm inside her. But when she confronted Rayan, his explanation was so tender, so emotional, so beautifully twisted that she questioned her own doubts. "I'm trying to build a peaceful world for us," he said, holding her hands. "People bring noise. I thought I was doing the right thing." He looked heartbroken, guilty, and she forgave him. Love can blind even the clearest eyes. Weeks passed and the relationship deepened. Rayan would bring her midnight coffee, help edit her photos, leave small notes under her pillow. He made her feel important, cherished, almost worshipped. But every act of love carried a shadow. Her emails began disappearing. Her photography applications went unanswered. Her bank account showed strange transactions she didn't remember making. Rayan always had gentle explanations. "You probably forgot." "It must be a glitch. Let me handle it." Slowly, deliberately, her independence dissolved. Then came the night that changed everything. Alina received a call from the Silverside Photography Foundation, the biggest competition of the year. She had won the first prize. Her heart exploded with joy. But confusion washed over her. I didn't enter," she said. "Yes, you did," the coordinator replied. "Your partner submitted your portfolio. It was brilliant." Her partner? Rayan had told her he didn't think she was ready for competitions yet. So why would he submit it secretly? She rushed home to tell him, expecting happiness. But Rayon's reaction chilled the air. You talked to them? He asked quietly. Yes, isn't it amazing? They said you submitted... I didn't, he cut in, voice sharp. Alina's smile vanished. But they said... They're mistaken. He paced the living room. Something dark flickered in his eyes. Something she had never seen before. Lena, listen to me, he said. You can't accept the prize. Why not? Because you're not ready for that kind of attention. Her heart dropped. What do you mean? Rayan approached her slowly. You're talented but fragile. Fame will break you. I'm trying to protect you. Alina felt something cold crawl up her spine. Protect me from what? She whispered. From yourself. Those two words pierced her. For the first time, she saw him clearly, not as a lover, not as a protector, but as someone who wanted to control the very shape of her life. She stepped back. No, Rayan, I'm accepting it. His jaw tightened. You're making a mistake. No, she said firmly, voice steady. You are. That night she couldn't sleep. Doubt, fear, and anger twisted inside her. She needed answers, real ones. She opened Rayan's laptop, which he often kept locked but had forgotten on the table. What she found shattered her. He had hacked her email, blocked her friends, deleted her job offers, moved money from her account to manage her expenses. And worst, he had written fake rejection, emails from photography studios, so she believed she wasn't good enough. Her hands trembled violently. Her heartbeat became painful. He wasn't protecting her. He was controlling her. When Rayan entered the room and saw the laptop open, something cold settled on his face. You shouldn't have seen that, he said softly. Tears streamed down her face. Why, Rayan? Why would you do this? Because, he whispered, stepping closer. I can't lose you. That's not love, she cried. That's obsession. His jaw clenched. I gave you everything. I shaped your life so you'd never suffer. I kept the world away so you'd only need me. But I need my life, she whispered. He stared at her for a long moment. Then something broke inside him. If you walk away, you won't survive out there, he said, trembling. They'll destroy you. You're not strong alone. Alina wiped her tears. I am stronger than you think. Rayan fell silent. He looked as if someone had taken the ground from beneath him, but he didn't stop her. She packed her camera, her laptop, her journals, pieces of the self she had lost. She walked out of the apartment without looking back. The world outside felt huge and terrifying and breathtaking. She went to the Photography Foundation the next morning. They welcomed her warmly, praising her work, offering her a place in their artist residency program. For the first time in months, she felt alive. Rayan tried calling, texting, emailing, but she didn't respond. Healing wasn't easy. Some nights she cried. Some days she doubted if she made the right choice. But slowly, the pieces of her came back. Her art grew stronger. Her confidence returned. Her world expanded. 1 year later, she held her first solo exhibition titled Shadows Beneath the Heart. Hundreds of people attended. Hina and Jensen stood proudly by her side. She smiled genuinely for the first time in a long while. At the end of the evening, an event organizer approached her. There's someone outside who's been standing there for an hour, he said. He said he doesn't want to come in unless you want him to. Rayan. Alina stepped outside. He looked different, tired, softer, almost broken. I came to congratulate you, he said quietly. And to apologize. Alina studied him. Why now? Because I realized love doesn't mean controlling someone's world. It means letting them grow, even if it's without you. A gentle sadness crossed her eyes. I forgive you, she said. But forgiveness doesn't mean going back. Rayan nodded slowly. He turned and walked away, not dramatically, not painfully, just quietly, like a chapter closing itself. Alina breathed deeply. The night sky above her was endless, beautiful, free, just like her.